Museveni says that he owns part of the Indian Ocean, but you need to understand Uganda is a landlocked country. So what does that mean? Anyways, I believe that comes from a point or a place of Uganda doesn't have a navy, and we all know what the navy does. Kenya has it. Kenya has all, I'd say all military. Kenya is all round. And I remember, historically, if you can remember the story of Museveni's predecessor, that was is it Idi Amin or Dada? Yeah, either of the names. Before that, there had been issues of, part of Naivasha being to be included as part of, is it Western Uganda or Eastern part of Uganda? And it was a little bit of a warfare between the president right at that moment, who was Uhuru. Yeah, the founder. Yeah, it was still part of the founders of this country. So what Museveni is starting is not something that he's ready for, because that's literally telling Kenya that, you know what, in future, you guys might be at loggerheads with me because I own that Indian Ocean. And for Uganda to own Indian Ocean, or for it to enjoy parts of even portions of the Lake Victoria, it has to go through Kenya. And that means there's the possibility of political instability and disagreements. And now with Muhoozi, what is his other name again? Yes, Kainerubaga Muhoozi. I know the Ugandan accent is the most ugliest accent ever. Anyways, yeah, with him, taunting and just, trying to play this country to country politics, it's not something that can be taken easily or lightly, especially at such a season, a day and age and time when the East African bloc is having issues with each other. So I believe it's just a metaphor, like somebody else has called it. But if it's a metaphor for real, it's one of the most serious metaphors, because if he has to enjoy the benefits of the Indian Ocean, that's massively part of the Kenya's coastline or beach, then he has to be friends with Kenya. And that should not come from a place of, I own the Indian Ocean, or the Indian Ocean is mine. Nobody owns it. We are also just part of the coastline. We enjoy the benefits. Actually, water bodies should not be owned. It's just that, we share, but there's a word for it here. Nobody owns any of those oceans. It's just that, on this other part, it belongs and it neighbors the Kenyan coastline. On the other parts, on the other side, Tanzania as well, which is very, so you can see these pieces and these political jabs that Museveni is trying to cook could explode into something indescribable and unfathomable. And that should be a precursor to the worst. And also, it's sending a signal, literally, it's a subliminal to the president and even to Kenyans at large. So this is not a fight he's not ready for, if at all he means business, for sure, for sure.